welcome back to the 24th floor for the first time ever. Penny Hardaway, that man right there, AAC Coach of the Year after leading Memphis to his first regular season conference title and the Tigers' best season in 13 years. The Tigers took down top-ranked teams, battled one of the nation's toughest schedules, and secured Hardaway's 150th career win all along the way. They finished the regular season 26-5 and locked up the #1 seed in the AAC tournament, which will begin for them on Friday. Here's Coach Penny Hardaway on the big honor.
Yeah, it means a lot because it's leaving a legacy to the young kids that grew up here in the city that are following in my footsteps. You know, the city raised me. Since I was 9th grade, I was with Elliot Perry. The city adopted me at that point, and it's been nothing but great ever since. So to be able to get this award, I'm sure Coach Finch is smiling down, my high school coach, Garmer Curry, those guys taught me so much about the game. And just to get this award, it puts Memphis in a great position, and that's what makes me happy.
Not the only accolades coming the Tigers' way. P.J. Haggerty was named AAC Player of the Year after averaging 21 points a game this year. Just a couple days later, named Sporting News second-team All-American. Dane Danger was named Newcomer of the Year in the AAC. And Haggerty, Danger, and Tyrese Hunter all named to the AAC's first team. Haggerty said the award is nothing more than a blessing.
Yeah, I say it's a blessing. Just being in the position I am. I mean, it wouldn't be able without my team, coaches, and all the hard work I put in. I just say a blessing from God.
And Haggerty joins some rare air. He becomes the 9th Memphis Tiger to be named an All-American, joining guys like Larry Finch, Penny Hardaway, and Derrick Rose. Could he be a consensus All-American, though? Only 6 Tigers have done that. The last was Chris Douglas Roberts back in 2008. And as great as the accolades are, there is still a lot of work to be done for this Tiger squad. They begin the AAC tournament on Friday, facing the winner of South Florida and Wichita State. 2 teams that they're 3-1 against so far this year. The Tigers last won the conference tournament in 2023. That's when Kendrick Davis was leading the squad. Right now, entering the tournament, they're bordering kind of on that 6, 7, 8 seed in the tournament. But if the right dominoes fall their way and the Tigers win the AAC tournament, taking care of their own business, there's a possibility for a 6 or maybe even a 5 seed, and that's exactly what Penny Hardaway is playing for.
I mean, we want to win, period, because we have to win. When you win, you give yourself an opportunity to have a higher seeding. The next thing behind that is to prove ourselves right, not others wrong. Like, we know what we can do. And those 2 things drive me, maybe not the team, but it drives me because I know how important seeding is. Even though when I was in school, we had, I think we were like a 9 seed, and we made it to the Elite 8. So to me, no matter who you match up against, you're going to have to beat the best to win it. So I'm saying that, but at the end of the day, you got to play who you play.
All right, so the bottom line is this. The Memphis Tigers have had a fantastic season. They've played really, really well, but the entirety of this season was about getting redemption, and I think that they've done a lot of that so far this year. You know what happened to them last season when they fell in the AAC tournament on Thursday, which is basically their first round, but now they're working on the next step. And I think what that next step looks like, Penny Hardaway kind of talked about it. They've achieved a lot of what they wanted to achieve already, but in his mind, this is a team that can go past that first round, that first weekend in the NCAA tournament. And I think that's something that's really kind of stuck in the back of his mind. Saw what happened to them in 2023 when FAU knocked them out. Really, so many things lined up for them that year, and you weren't able to take care of business. What the Tigers are able to do, especially if they can get into a 5 or 6 seed, is set themselves up for a possibility for a second weekend. Penny Hardaway says he wants to see them in a Sweet 16, an Elite 8. Several of his players, P.J. Haggerty, who you see right there, has said that this can be a Final Four team. And while I don't necessarily believe that, all that matters is that they believe that. And I think that's something that the Tigers are certainly in position to do. But you got to start this weekend, beginning Friday at noon, when they play the first round for them in the AAC tournament. And certainly we are hoping to see them cut down some nets. They've already done so once in the regular season. They could maybe do so again in Fort Worth, Texas. That'll be in Dickies Arena at the AAC tournament. So now what we got to see from the Tigers is, can they handle business? And what they've done and what we've seen the Grizzlies do as well is, maybe they don't play they play down maybe a little bit to their competition. You're hoping that they play up and really knock some teams out. Because I think if you blow teams out, especially here in the AAC tournament, maybe a team or two loses in their conference tournament. Now you find yourselves talking about potentially being a 5 seed and really setting yourself up well for the second, potentially for the second round of the NCAA tournament. And I know the Tiger fans are going to travel. They always travel pretty well, but depending on what you do, you could probably find yourself in a much closer scenario to the city of Memphis, which I'm sure Penny Hardaway and his team would love. And we'll see what they can do. Go Tigers, go.